Hello everyone, Bryce Parks here. We are in AutoCAD 3D mode and we are looking at modifying some different 3D shapes and locating them off different points. So if I come up here to some of my modify commands or even draw commands, you can do it with the same way. Let's say that I want to locate a particular point on this, let's say, cylinder. So I do a line. Let's say I want to draw a line from this cylinder over here to this box. So one way in which AutoCAD works very well in locating exact points are what are called Osnaps. If I hold on the Shift key and right click, it brings up my Osnap quick access menu. I can also click here at the very bottom and go to Osnap settings, and this brings up the drafting settings dialog box where I can change what the function will snap to. So a lot of times for object snaps, I like to snap to endpoints, midpoint, center, quadrants of circles, intersections. I do not like to have on the nearest or the perpendicular or tangents. I use those sometimes, but not frequently enough, and sometimes it can throw off exact precision. Let's say, for example, when it snaps near a corner but not exactly to the end of the corner. So these are some of the ones that I set for regular 2D drafting. They also work in 3D drafting. You can also go up here to the 3D object snap, and on the 3D object snap it allows you to be able to set the snap points to various parts of a 3D model. So here is the regular 2D, which also can be accessed for 3D points, and the 3D object snaps have certain three-dimensional features four three-dimensional features that can access certain parts. So say, for example, the center of a face. So on this rectangular box here, if I want to locate the center of that face, I can snap to the center of that face if my 3D object snap is on. So I have these turned on, and by the way, you can toggle these on and off quickly. Right up here, if you see 3D object snap on, F4 is the key on your keyboard where you can turn that on and off quickly. For the object snap, it's to turn it on and off quickly is F3, and F3 will turn it on and off quickly. So these are okay. So let's say I want to snap a line from the center of the bottom of this cylinder here. So this green snap here, I can snap, and that's actually from the center point. If I rotate up, you can see that that is on the bottom center plane. So I could draw, let's say, a line from the center of this bottom to the center of the top. Now notice the blue one here. So it's green there, but just a moment ago it was blue. The blue represents a three-dimensional face feature, where the green is going to be typically a two-dimensional feature, regular object snap. So let's say I want to draw a line from the bottom of this cylinder, and now let's say I want to locate the very center of this face here. So, well, if I can get it here. So it's locating the endpoints. There it is right there. So it put in that 3D center, and now that has located the center of that rectangular box. If I rotate around, you can see that's the center of that top face there. You can also do this with moving. So let's say I want to move this item. So I come up here to the move command, and I locate, let's say the top center here. I can locate now the bottom center there, and I can move these the same way. And I can snap the bottom center to the top here. Of course, it snapped to that line. But now, since that line was in the center of that face, now I've stacked those. Let me change the visual here. X-ray. I come in here and do a line. I can now also do the same. It snaps. They're sometimes a little harder to see depending on the color. But there are reasons that you would have certain colors on or off for that. So these are how you locate points, and so you can quickly and easily click on an item and be able to locate those points with your object snaps. Same thing for a circle in 2D or part on the shape in 3D, where you can snap to a quadrant point. So let's say quadrant here. There's my line connecting those. Okay, you can use move points And so if I use my move command, by the way, a lot of these commands have shortcut keys, and once you get used to using AutoCAD, you'll find it's a lot easier to keep your hand on the keyboard and one hand on the mouse, and you go a lot quicker. So instead of trying to come up here and find where that move command is, a lot of times just M and then spacebar. You select the item, spacebar, snap it, and then you snap it, and now we have stacked that cone on top of those two cylinders, which is centered in the face of the box. So these are some different ways in which people locate points on items in 3D, very similar to the way in which you would do it with 2D as well. You can also, if you select on the item, it brings up these little blue snap points. So if you want the base of this cone to be larger, you grab the one with the with the arrow, and you can drag that out, and you can tell it exactly how far out you want to go. So if you want to add on, let's say 0.5 inches, bam, there it goes. If you want that deeper, you can grab that arrow going down, maybe. Let me change my X-ray mode back to 2D. You can grab that arrow going down, and you could drag it down, you can drag it up. The top, let's say it's too tall, I can drag that top down. Let's say I want to come down 2 inches, and I can do that exact amount as well. Okay, so those are just some different different features there. Let's change it to conceptual to locate points in AutoCAD.